Welcome back to FM Story. We're approaching the midway point of season 2 of the Save, and the start to our life in Munich has gone really well. We're currently top of the table, unbeaten, 5 points clear of Leverkusen, 7 points clear of Dortmund. Champions League's going well. We're in prime position to qualify for the last 16, and we're still in the DFB Pokal, as well as having already won the DFL Super Cup as well. We will have a game coming up against our former club Aston Villa, who we started the Save with before the end of this episode, but coming up first of all, straight into the action with a game away at Leverkusen, who are currently second in the table. So as we said, straight into the action with a big clash at the top of the table against second place Bayer Leverkusen away from home. They have pretty much most of the squad still that has made them a force this season in real life. We are missing a few players, so Goretzka isn't ready for a fitness test. Harry Kane has injured himself again, and Sané and Gnabry are both struggling fitness-wise. So this is the side we're going in with, but hopefully we have enough to pick up a result. They're going in with the 3 at the back and the wing-backs. We're going in with the 4-3-3. Right, so the keeper passes it out short. Andrich and Jacques are in midfield. Thought we might have been able to nick that one there. Frimpong down the right. Pumps the ball into the box. Schick gets there above Upamecano. We've fumbled the clearance, basically. But they can't create anything else from it. A throw in for us, Mazraoui, Musiala goes back to Atibolu. Kim Min-jae brings it forward. Koeman back to Alphonso Davies. Down the line to Koeman again. Pulls it back. There was a challenge there. I thought the referee had given a penalty, but no, they're going to break. Luckily, Kim Min-jae gets across to cut that one off. We go back to our keeper. Back out. Alphonso Davies to Kingsley Coman. Into Guerrero. Into Tell in the box. What a finish that is. In off the post. Puts us 1-0 up. Very much against the run of possession. We've had very little possession so far. But we are looking a threat down this left-hand side. Alphonso Davies into Kingsley Coman. And then Guerrero just pokes it through behind the centre-half. Tell opens his body, puts it past Kovar, in off the post, and puts us 1-0 up. After that goal, the first half's really quieted down. Not much happened. A corner here. Muller, the in-swinger, Upamecano, back to Coleman, out to Muller, in. And somehow we've not scored. Guerrero's shot deflected behind for a corner. Guerrero to take the corner himself from that right-hand side. In-swinger to the near post. It's headed up in the air and headed away. And then Guerrero loses out again. Upamecano can't do anything with it. From the throw, Mazraoui, Musiala into the box, but it's cleared only as far as Davies, who finds Coleman on the edge of the area, but Frimpong gets back. But the poor clearance from the keeper. Guerrero now down that left-hand side. Another poor clearance from them. They're not really clearing their area very well. Mazraoui's into the box, pulls it across goal. It was half between a shot and a cross, and goes behind for a goal kick. And there we are, half-time, 1-0 up. I mean, we've had very, very little of the ball so far, but we've had all of the chances, pretty much. And need to keep on in the second half and make sure we don't give them a way back into the game. Florian Wirtz gives the ball away. Guerrero picks it up, finds Coleman, goes back to Guerrero, who's now at left back. Conrad Lima, who's come on for Alphonso Davies, finds Coney, who skips past his man and has a dip from distance, and just couldn't get it to come down. Right, into the last 10 minutes, we're still 1-0 up. Very little's happened in this second half. Into injury time now. But all the possession they've had, they've not really created an awful lot. Grimaldo with a free kick. Ondrich scores. And that was the kiss of death. They've had all the possession. And that's their first shot on target. And there we go, full time, a bit of a kick in the teeth, but I mean, at least we didn't lose the game. We've kept the gap where it was. But definitely having been in front for so long, and given the lack of chances they'd created, that almost feels like a defeat. We're well into January and we've got a big game coming up next in the Champions League against Aston Villa, who we started this save with last season. Spent one season with them winning the FA Cup and the Europa Conference League before moving on here to Bayern Munich. We've done a little bit of work in the January transfer window. We've sent Iran Kunda and Ibrahimovic out on loan to get some first-team football. And we made one signing. We've brought in Tommaso Baldanzi from Roma and play anywhere through the middle of the pitch, basically. And it's kind of important because we have actually changed the formation since the previous game that we showed against Leverkusen. But following on from that 1-1 draw with Leverkusen, we went to a game against Hoffenheim and had to come from 2-0 behind. We then went to a game at home against Hoffenheim in the DFB Pokal where we were truly horrendous. We were 1-0 down and then 2-1 down. In the end, we ended up winning 3-2. Matisse Tell coming up big for us in that game. Following on from that game, we switched the formation. So we had been playing the 4-3-3 with a defensive midfielder. What we've done is actually moved to the 4-3-3 that we played in the Breaking the Old Firm series, where it's a flat three in midfield with what we've got is a ball with a midfielder in the centre of the three and two midfielders either side going forward. But no actual defensive midfielder, no attacking midfielder, just a flat three in midfield. It worked in that save. And it seems to have turned things around a little bit in the save as well. We immediately started with a comfortable 4-0 victory at home against Wolfsburg. We went to the San Siro and drew 0-0 with Milan. We then beat Bochum 1-0 after Kingsley Coman got sent off in the first half. We hammered Hanover 5-0 to round out the calendar year. And then once we got back into league action, we've beaten Mönchengladbach 3-1 away from home. We've beaten Freiburg 3-1 at home. So what it means as far as the league's concerned is we are still top of the table. We are still unbeaten. Still the only team unbeaten in the league. We've played 18 games, so we're past the halfway point. And we've got 48 points, 10 points clear of Dortmund and Leverkusen, 15 points clear of Leipzig, who are in fourth. So we're in a really strong position as far as the title's concerned. And then as far as the Champions League is concerned, going into this game against Aston Villa, we are already guaranteed to be in the knockout stages. We're currently sixth in the league phase. Obviously, we want to finish in the top 8 so that we avoid the knockout playoff round. So we've got this game against Aston Villa is going to be a big one going towards that because they're one of the teams that are trying to get into the top 8. As we said, we left Aston Villa in the summer to join Bayern Munich. We were actually replaced at Aston Villa by Thomas Tuchel, who we replaced at Bayern Munich. In terms of transfers, they've really done nothing since we left the club. They didn't sell anyone, and the only player that they've signed was Pepe from Porto, who we'd actually put an offer in for prior to leaving Aston Villa. But hopefully we can take advantage of knowing their squad and come away with 3 points to see us really try and secure that top 8 position in the league phase. So this is the side we've picked for the game. We're only missing one player. Through injury, everyone else is available. So Matthias de Ligt is injured, so we're going with Upamecano and Kim Min-jae centre of defence. We've gone with Musiala and Baldanzi along either side of Kone in the 3 in the middle of the pitch, with Sané and Coman wide. They've been such a threat this season, and Harry Kane's fit, so he starts through the middle. It is a very reminiscent team of the one we would have picked for Aston Villa, except we would probably played Pepe right back and Concha in the centre of defence, but they have been playing him on the left wing, so it'll be interesting to see where he actually plays in this game. As we said, we're going with the 4-3-3. Defence is pushed up. The flat three almost in midfield. They're going with the 4-2-3-1 with Pepe wide right, John McGinn wide left, and Jacob Ramsey behind Ollie Watkins. A bit of a surprise that Leon Bailey and in particular Moussa Diaby, who was pretty outstanding for us last season, aren't starting. Right, an early corner, Sané lifts it in, it's headed clear. Coleman goes back to pick it up, down the line for Sané, gets the byline, still going, worms through to Coleman, and Martinez turns it behind for another corner. Sané to take again, lifts it in again, it's headed up in the air, and it's away from Upamecano. Away with the throw, Musiala back to Sané, Bowie into Musiala, finds Kone, lifts it over to Coman, first time cross, Kane turns it in, I think he's probably offside, but it's a lovely flick from Coman in mid-air to get that one back across goal for Kane, but unfortunately he is offside. Kone just lifts it over the top, Coman hits it on the volley, the outside is right foot, and Kane was pretty well offside in the end. Right, Moreno with the throw for them. McGinn's tackled, but they've still got it. Douglas Luiz back to Konsa. Poor pass. Baldanzi read it, but then overruns it. And it's coming back at us again. We've won it, though. Kane to Musiala, trying to find a ball in behind for Sané, but it got cut out. And now Ramsey into the box. And it skims the top of the net as it goes over the bar. Right, Moreno's got it deep for them. Camera forward to Douglas Luiz, McGinn. They've played out there quite well. Moreno bringing it forward. Cross gets a deflection, falls for Ollie Watkins. He fires it past Atabolu. And Aston Villa have taken the lead. The ball's worked out to McGinn. It comes back into Moreno. He goes back to McGinn. The cross gets a deflection off Bowie. Falls for Watkins, and he finishes with a plum. Put them 1-0 up. From the kick-off, Kane to Baldanzi. Back to Upamecano. Musiala wide to Sané. Upamecano. Kone. Alphonso Davies down the left-hand side. Coleman in behind. Crosses towards Sané, who gets his head on it. Musiala breaking through, and it's gone behind for a corner. Coleman to take the corner from the left. Whips it in. Upamecano's header's wider than the near post. And there we are, half-time. We've had very little of the ball. We've had most of the chances, but we are 1-0 behind. Now, we've made one change at half-time. We've brought Mazraoui on for Bowie at right back. Sané with a free kick towards the back post. Kane gets his head on it. Kim Min-jae turns it in, but was he onside? We're going to have a VAR check here. I think he probably is onside, but nope, he is offside. Sané's cross. Kane gets his header across goal. Very, very tight. From the resulting free kick, they hammer it along. Davies wins a header, but it's going to come back at us here. Konsa down the line looking for Pepe, for Douglas Luiz, but Alphonso Davies gets back, goes back to the keeper. Kim Min-jae, Alphonso Davies into Baldanzi. Lovely ball in behind for Kingsley Coman. Cuts it on his right foot and hits it straight at Martinez. Right, Guerrero with corners time short to Gnabry. Guerrero finds Musiala in the box. He goes down. And it looks like the referee's given a penalty here. It looked a little soft, perhaps. But it's been given. And up steps Harry Kane to try and level the game. puts it right in the corner, levels it at 1-1, and now we've just got to go on and try and win this game. Martins goes the right way, was never getting anywhere near it. Great penalty, 1-1. Into injury time, they've got a free kick camera to Diego Carlos. McGinn, Buendia, Watkins looking for Douglas Luiz in the box. He's finished it well, but I think he was offside. We're going to get a check here, though. And it has been given as offside. Watkins played it, and it is. Douglas Luiz was very close to being onside, and it was a lovely finish, but it won't count, thankfully. And there we go, full time, a 1-1 draw against our former team. And we've had 23 shots, 10 on target. They've had 5 shots, 1 on target. They've had all the ball, and it's ended up 1-1. But we're still in prime position to qualify for the top 8. So we've just got to go out and do it in the last game in the league phase. And there we are, the end of another episode. We're at the end of January. We've played 2 games since the Aston Villa game. Pretty comfortable victory in the league against Augsburg and a very comfortable 5-0 victory against Shakhtar in the Champions League. It means that we finished in the top 8 in the Champions League. We finished 6th with 18 points from our 8 games. So we're into the round of 16 in the Champions League. We are 10 points clear at the top. We're still in the DFB Pokal, and we've already won the Super Cup. Things are going really well this season. There's still a couple of days left in the January transfer window, and we actually have had a bit of a windfall. So we do have some money available to spend, so there may be someone else comes in before the end of the transfer window. We got a bit of money because Joshua Zirkzee went from Bologna to Arsenal for 63 million, and we got half of that. So the board added the 31.5 million to the budget, so we've got about 37 million in the budget if we find someone in the next 3 days to sign. Join us in the next episode to see if we can make it through to the semi-finals of the DFB Pokal, see if we can continue our winning ways in the knockout stages in the Champions League, and see if we can go a long way towards winning the title. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you then.